In the post-COVID environment, obviously, like many of our colleagues, we've been focused a lot on wellness and healthy buildings. And there are a number of technologies that I think are really interesting in that arena, from sensor systems that can ascertain the amount of air turnover based on the number of people that are occupying the space, to filters, to UV light systems, and other attributes to just make our buildings more efficient, high performing, and delivering better comfort and safety to the occupants. In terms of operating in this environment, the number one thing I'm interested in pursuing is on the accounting side, and that is using bots to do automated populating of our spreadsheets and getting a better integration kit in terms of all of the different software programs that we utilize. With the staff dispersed, while we have the ability to coordinate via Zoom calls and all the other systems that we're using, it would really be great if our systems were just more integrated, so that the information, when it gets populated to one spreadsheet, is automatically transferred through to all of the different tools that we use, whether that's Argus or Yardi, and all of our reporting around sustainability. Those systems today largely don't talk to each other, so there's just a lot of repetitive input, and it's a lot easier just from an operating team standpoint to be able to check over someone's shoulder before they replicate that information in another system. So automation and sensors and IoT systems to drive wellness at the assets themselves.
So my responsibility at KingSett is primarily our debt platform. So for us, the most important technology is recording, analyzing, and sharing of our data. So we've put systems in place that allow us to analyze and share data between ourselves and our stakeholders, which is the most important for us currently.
Well, during this extremely disruptive period, we had to appreciate our investment that we've already made at Sierra in the leasing productivity tools and value-added amenities for our residents. We realized some unexpected benefits from this, actually. From being able to leverage our existing parcel delivery locker systems to facilitate a contactless key pickup program. And for the past few years, we've already been using a very robust leasing and asset management program that allowed for streamlining of workflow and payment processing. And as you can appreciate, in this environment where you want everything to be contactless, not having to physically sign checks and minimizing the in-person bank transactions has been extremely helpful. So on this front, we'll continue to build on the technologies that we already have. So continue to implement and put in the parcel locker systems. We have motion sensor lights in common areas. This helps to reduce costs and also really pushes forward our sustainability initiatives. We'll continue to process digital signing and payment processing. And then, of course, to always explore and bring on the best digital marketing platforms for both our rental buildings and our condo buildings. Going forward, I think we would aim to have full automation within all of our assets. Taking it, onto for the future, we are always evaluating technologies that are offered in the market. So as these platforms become more streamlined, I trust that there is going to be a time when the entire workflow for a development program, from my land acquisition through the lease up, sales of suites, suite finishing, color selection, right through construction to turnover, that can be tracked and communicated digitally.
The multi-res industry is data rich, so artificial intelligence continues to work its way into society and the economy, and will be an important for leading operators to stay very close and learn to take advantage of the technology. Furthermore, virtual meetings and Zoom calls are part of our technology through this pandemic, which we have to stay in tune with to be high-performing individuals.
So I'm probably not the best person to answer this question. I do believe that we're seeing a lot of new AI technologies and innovations coming to the market. And I think the biggest question that, as an organization, that you have to believe in is to keep an open mind to all new ideas. Just because you did in the past doesn't mean that you should do it in the future. And I think there's a lot of new technology, especially in AI, that will change industries, will change real estate for the better. And I think you have to be open to those new technologies and understand sometimes that those are the right technologies, but the implementation of those technologies are not right for today. And it might be right for later, but always keep an open mind for everything that comes along in the future.